Hello and welcome back to the Titan Expedition. It is Expedition 17, the second Redux of this holiday season, and we did really well in our first video in completing all of Phase 1, but we also got a bunch of Phase 2 already done, which we are going to finish completing in this episode. We've got 0 of Phase 3 because that is all underwater. That will be in the next episode. We did 2 of Phase 4, so we've got ourselves started on that one, and we also got 1 of Phase 5. We probably won't be able to do much of the other milestones on the other phases unless we can maybe find a gas giant to do a base on. We can't do any of Phase 3, as I mentioned. It's all underwater. We're going to leave that one for a full episode. So we are just going to concentrate on doing Phase 2. We could get Explorer on foot. We're kind of getting that as we go, and we are earning some nanites. We need 5,000. We only have 1,343. The first one we need to do is cook our own food, and to do that we need to build one of these, a nutrient processor. And the plans for the nutrient processor was a reward in one of the other milestones. We need 1 hermetic seal, 2 metal platings, and we already have the 25 sodium we need. So if we go into our exosuit here, we've actually got an upgrade to put in. I didn't put my A-class life support upgrade in, but let's make our metal plating, of which we need 50 ferrite dust for. Build that. I'll build 1 more or whatever. It doesn't really matter. I've got enough stuff. There's the hermetic seal. And we should be able to build this now, which we can. We'll get our nutrient processor here. Once we have that built, what we need to do is locate some flour and yeast. And there's just some over there. So there's some heptoid wheat in that location. It's only 106 away. And you'll find different like flours or foods that are around. One of those being heptoid wheat. There's poultry beans or whatever, or pulses, impulses, all sorts of stuff. So let's pick up that there. We'll head back over to our nutrient processor with our heptoid wheat. You can put that in, and that will make some refined flour. Let that do its thing. We also have an ingredient storage in the nutrient processor where we can store items, and we can also pick this up, which means basically we have another inventory store, so we can carry this around with us here. So we've made the flour. We now need to make the yeast, which is from bacterial activity in faecium. So creature pellets, which I don't think I have any of, but we can make, I'm sure we can, yes, out of carbon. So we've got 5 there. Let's make 20, and we need to go and collect some faecium from feeding animals. So if we head over to this animal. Hello, Mr. Animal. How are you today? Come back here. You're very quick. Stop running away from me. Oh my god. This stride is huge. That one's smaller. Let's go to this one. We've got a baby one here. Hello, baby one. You translucent weirdo. And basically we've fed it, and now we kind of need to wait for it to poop. So yeah, we just kind of wait and let it do its thing, and then faecium will drop down. Also, if we have mordite, we can refine that into faecium, and then we can get the yeast that way. But I don't have any mordite. The way you can get mordite is by killing animals, if you really want to. You can have this animal as a pet if you want, but you can ride it around. Let's offer it some more food, interact with it. Can collect milk also, which can be used in the nutrient processor to make other stuff. We can adopt as companion. And there, yep. So we have our faecium here. We'll put these into our exosuit for now. And there's our faecium, which will make wild yeast. Nice and easy. If we access our ingredient store, we can move some stuff over. Move some of you over, just so we don't carry these things around with me, because I don't really need to use them after this that much. So we make our wild yeast out of the faecium to make some dough. It's taken us through the steps of how to cook certain things with this expedition. So we make our dough, then we're going to make it into bread after that. So there you go. There's our dough, which we can now just cook into bread. And that's it. All you need to do is make the bread, and then you get the milestone field logistics. So quickest way to get Fecium, in my opinion, maybe shoot some animals, get the Mordites, refine it into Fecium, and away you go with the wild yeast in the nutrient processor. So for that, we do get nutrient ingester plans and packet of seeds. Now it wants us to fit the nutrient ingester plans, or the nutrient ingester, sorry, into our exosuit. And for that we need lubricant, and we need some microprocessors. Now lubricant, Fecium, gamma root. Now we are on a planet that has fungal mold, not gamma root, right? So if we go into our discoveries here and have a look at the planets around here, we'll see if there is any of the gamma root, and there is right there. Okay, so we need that. So we've marked our planet we want to go to, and we need to get 50 Fecium and 400 gamma root. So I'm going to get my Mordite, and then we are going to go to that planet and get some gamma root. I am going to shoot some animals to get some Mordites to refine into Fecium. This is quite interesting. I've actually found an unknown grave. We can land at whoever's base this is, who's built it here. Quite interesting. And there, let's leave the ship there. Go and have a look at this grave for a second. I've got my Fecium, and the grave is here. So if we talk to the grave, it will tell us what happened here to some degree. And then it's marked by an epitaph. We get the glyph, and we also get a memory fragment. And we can open up this memory fragment, and it gives us a pre-packaged plasma launcher, which is cool, but I don't think we can actually make the fuel for it. Oh no, we can make the fuel. There it is. So that's pretty cool. If we wanted to use that, that's quite nice. Now what we need is some gamma root, and I need to find some. So we're going to use the analysis visor here to have a look for some. Should be on this planet somewhere. Heptoid wheat, we don't want that anymore. Sweet root, another one of the plants we can get, and I think there was one over there as well. Grawberry, there's another one. And there's another grawberry. Okay, I think I'm going to have to do some flying around and have a look on this planet for some gamma root. We need 400, which is quite a lot, so we're going to have to find at least 2 batches of it. I keep calling it gamma root, don't I? It's actually gamma weed. Gamma root was its old name all the way back when, so I do apologise about that. But yeah, gamma weed, we've found some. Let's get as much as we can from this little area, and then we're going to have to search for some more, I think, because there isn't actually a lot on this little bit. So I'm going to collect at least 400 of this stuff, because that's what we need, and then I will see you in a moment. So it only took a little bit of time, but I finally got my gamma root, and now we should be able to make our lubricants. So it is asking me to install the nutrient ingester here, of which we need 2 microprocessors. However, having a look at our expedition, we also need to fit the aquajets, and to fit the aquajets to our starship, we are going to need magnetic resonator of 3, antimatter times 2, and crystal sulfide. Now on these waters, on this world, sorry, there is water, and in these waters will be some crystal sulfide. There is some over there. How many do we need? We need 4. So let's go and grab our crystal sulfide here from under the water. And here they are. They're on these vents, and what we need to do is grab them quite quickly and then run away, because it will explode. Or it normally does anyway. Yeah, it did. Yeah, like that. There you go. It finally did explode. And then we need, really, I need 1 more, because they only give 3, so we need to find 1 more. And it looks like there is one there. So let's go and grab our next crystal. This one actually looks like it's in a cave down here. It's not too far away. There is the cave we broke in. Make sure that you don't hit the vent directly with the terrain manipulator, because it will just blast it away and then you won't get your crystal sulfide. So always go at an angle and then come down and you'll be able to get it that way. So there is our crystal sulfides we need. Now the next question is, can we make magnetic resonators off the bat? We go in here. We did get the thing for that. We need magnetized ferrite and ionized cobalt. Only 40 each, which actually isn't that bad. So we don't need to find a trader or hope that the space station has them for sale. What we can do is get some ferrite dust, or better would be pure ferrite. So let's have a look for any of that. I have come to the space station. It is an abandoned space station. So there is cobalt here, which I'm going to buy all of. So I'm going to buy you, unstable plasma. I'm going to get some... I probably don't need wiring looms. I do need processors. We know that much. Let's just buy a load. Make sure we have enough of everything we need at the moment. There is actually just ionized cobalt here to start with anyway. So there you go. We'll just buy all that stuff. And then what we're able to do now is, yes, fit the aquajets, but also we should now be able to fit the nutrient ingester, which will give us that milestone, and we need to fit the aquajets, of which we need magnetic resonators of 3. So let's see, can I build 3 magnetic resonators? No, because I need more ferrite dust, magnetized ferrite. I should have looked at that. Should it be 3? Let's make sure I get enough ferrite dust for magnetized ferrite here. There is meal in a can, and while we are refining, we can now collect this and get fishing bait recipes and underwater survival blueprints, which is efficient water jet and oxygen rerouter. And there are the recipes. And to fit these bad boys, we need a quantum computer and 6 living pearls. So yeah, that will be interesting to get. So I might try and fit those. We also need to refine this down now into some more magnetized ferrite. So let's have a look. Can we get what we need? Do we need a quantum computer? There is none. There is no quantum computer here. I should be able to actually build quantum computers, of which I can. So microprocessors are definitely a good thing to buy, considering I'm not going to use this save as my main save afterwards. I'll buy a bunch of those again. Put this kind of stuff in the starship. We also have an upgrade here for my photon cannon, which I got out of a buried cache. Can now build the 3 magnetic resonators, which is lovely old stuff. And then the aquajets are going to be 2 more antimatter. And there you go, the aquajets are fitted, and that will help us on our phase 3 video, doing all of the water world stuff. So we should get that as well. And there it is, by sky and sea. And for that we get Nautilon platform plans, hydrothermal fuel cell plans, and mealworms times 5. So there is the platform there. And now we need to head to Rendezvous Point 2 and take the photo of Rendezvous Point 2. So here we are in Rendezvous Point 2. It was only 1 jump away. Fortunately, it looks like it's under the water here, which we're having some issues with. Can we just land, please? Good. Okay, here we are. There's a bit of a storm going on here. And it looks as though it's all the way down there. And what we can do is dump the Nautilon down here. We are on a world, of course, where we can start phase 3. There's Rendezvous Point 2. We just needed to go into the water, which is great. Nice easy stuff there. And then we just need to take a picture of us in the water. Rendezvous Point 2. To get the Chronicle 2. So that's great. Let's collect those 2. And we can get pressure membrane plans, which is great for going underwater. Inventory slot times 5. Where am I going to put these? I think I'm going to put 2 up here. And then I'm going to put 2 more down here. Oh, I've still got 1 more. Let's put it in here then. There you go. Oh, don't fall off. Don't fall off. No, 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 no. Stop falling off. Jesus. And then we can get to the Chronicle 2, which is 1080 nanites, 128 quicksilver. Powerful underwater oxygen upgrade to help us in our underwater stuff. Let's fit those in. There's the 2 underwater upgrades to help us breathe very nicely. And now we can collect phase 2, which will give us Titan Stripes customization. Oh, look, the water. It's not doing very well. We're in... Oh my god, my starship. Ah, okay, great. So there you go. There is phase 2 completed. Quite a nice phase to complete there, because we already had these 3 milestones: Bottled Lightning, Divergent Evolution, and Stone and Fire, from completing them when we did phase 1, because we could do those on either the planet or in the system we were in. In the next video, we're going to go through the whole of phase 3. So we need to install the pressure membrane, reach an ocean depth of 1001 U, collect sea glass of 3 at the bottom of the ocean world here, discover 5 aquatic creatures, visit the site of a sunken freighter, which we can use our Nautilon to find, and we need to reach the 3rd rendezvous point and of course take a photo for the Chronicle 3. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Hopefully it's helped you out if you didn't know how to complete these milestones, and I will see you in the next video for phase 3. Take care out there, and bye bye.